Okay, it's come back around again. The wheelchair inside a fantasy game, Dungeons and Dragons. I get it. Hasbro introduced a couple of minifigs with a combat wheelchair. People go crazy, one side or the other of this argument. It's like, oh, it has to be in every adventure. I'm not touching it. Blah 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 blah. Folks, it's a game. Okay. If a char as a dungeon master, I've seen characters do some crazy stuff. Okay, I've just seen it. You pick it, people have done it. In combat, people have lost limbs. In combat, people have lost the use of limbs. They've been injured so badly they can't walk. You have to build stretchers. You have to do other. Understand all that's in the game. The use of a wheelchair is not going to be the end of the game as we know it, right? It's a fantasy game. You use your imagination, you come up with solutions. Is a wheelchair going to be usable in absolutely every situation on a dungeon crawl? Of course not. But then neither is a giant horse, and those are in the game. Neither is a covered wagon, and those are in the game. These things are there just because it's kind of fun to add stuff once in a while. And if it makes somebody feel a little more included, use it. Okay. If you don't want to use it at your table, don't use it. But it's not going to be, the world will continue to revolve upon its axis and Dungeons and Dragons will continue to exist. It's not going to die because somebody introduced a character in a wheelchair. Okay. Let it go. The combat wheelchair is fine. It is not going to destroy the world as we know it. Hasbro is not trying to kill you. They are not. Okay, maybe they did once send some Pinkertons to somebody's house, but they're not going to send it out to check and make sure you're doing exactly the right thing at your table. They're not going to do it. The Pinkerton thing was to a YouTuber who they stupidly sent something too early. They shouldn't have done it. They probably shouldn't have sent the stuff out early either, but we'll let that part, potato, potato. Um, However, there is not going to be somebody wandering around house by house by house checking to make sure that every game has a wheelchair in it. They're not going to do it. Okay. Use it, don't use it, entirely up to you. It's a fantasy game. The whole point to it is to have fun. That's all it's there for. If you're going to get so upset, it kind of take that they might introduce a character that somebody somewhere else might use. It takes the fun out of it. Right. So relax, deep breaths, enjoy yourself. Everybody have a great day.